So you know this movie has a, I don't know if it's a novelization or if it's a novel that just happens to have the same name, but it's written by Tarantino and maybe it's slightly related.
Oh, really?
At any rate, I have no interest in reading it because, like, Tarantino's a good screenwriter. I have no idea if he's a good novelist. There's a big difference between the two,
I think he writes dialogue in a very interesting way.
Yes,
But
certainly.
I don't know if he would write a good book. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and I mean, maybe it's great, maybe it's okay, maybe it's not very good. I really don't know, but I mean, bottom line is I'm just not that interested in it. But there are 2 points of interest I want to bring up from it. One I'll bring up later, as we look at the face of mortality before all of us here in Al Pacino.
I was going to say one of the most aged depictions of Pacino, other than when he wakes up and looks in the mirror.
I was going to say, it's not a depiction of Pacino, it's just Pacino. It is just
him,
Pacino. But yeah, this is the fresh off of Jack and Jill. Actually, not really fresh. This is like 7 or 8 years after
fresh
Jack and
off
Jill.
Jack and Jill.
But this is well into that 30 or so year stretch of Al Pacino
Doing nothing.
not doing nothing, but not giving a fuck about anything, certainly. And obviously Jack and Jill falls in there, as does Geely. He stopped caring. I feel like Al Pacino stopped actually trying to act around time of Scarface, because Scarface kind of showed him, oh, I can just yell and people will still love me.
Yeah, I can just show up.
The first thing I wanted to bring up about the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood book, so circling back to Tarantino's just fascinated with this period in Hollywood history. I have a picture of the dedication of the book pulled up here on Google Images. This book is dedicated to my wife Daniela and my son Leo, which is news to me. I did not know he was married, nor that he had a kid.
Me as well. Yep.
Maybe he's talking about Leonardo DiCaprio. Maybe he adopted him if his son was Leo.
So that'd be so funny.
Thanks for creating a happy home from which to write in. Also, to all the actor old-timers who told me tremendous stories about Hollywood in this period. And it's because of them that you hold this book in your hands now. And then he names them. Bruce Dern. He obviously worked with Bruce Dern on
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight, yeah. Is Bruce Dern in this movie too? Because it seems like everyone Tarantino's ever known is in this movie almost.
I don't think he's in this movie.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Well, I can tell you who's not in this movie. It's the next person named David Carradine, because we all know what happened to him. Burt Reynolds, also deceased.
Oh, poor Burt Reynolds.
To my knowledge, is Burt Reynolds maybe in Jackie Brown? I don't think he is, but that would make sense if he had like a small part in Jackie Brown, because that's like the 70s kind of thing.
You know who is in Jackie Brown that I forgot's in Jackie Brown? It's
Michael Keaton, right?
I think he is, but also Chris Tucker.
Oh, Mr. Lolita Express himself. His name is all over those Epstein flight records.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of the most random public figures to be involved in that. And then, anyways, the other names: Robert Blake, Michael Parks, Robert Forster. Robert Forster is in Jackie Brown, maybe another Tarantino movie or two.
And he's also passed away now as well.
Yes, he's deceased. And especially Kurt Russell, who's kind of the wild card. He's clearly the youngest of this group, but he was a Hollywood figure back then, because he was a child star in a bunch of like old Disney movies and stuff in like the late 60s, early 70s. And actually, Kurt Russell's first film appearance, he shows up in It Happened at the World's Fair, where he kicks Elvis in the shin, I think when Elvis steals his balloon or something like that. So that's Kurt Russell's first role. But I want to highlight one of these names here. Robert Blake. Do you happen to know who that is?
Not a clue.
I mean, I don't blame you. I didn't know either, but it's a weird name to drop in like a dedicatory way, because this dude is a fucking murderer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's why I wanted to bring this up. He's an actor. He's like Kurt Russell, but much older. He was a child star. He's one of the Little Rascals. His last film
was a little rascal.
Yeah, he was a big rascal eventually.